Welcome, brother. What's up, man? How you guys doing, man? Welcome back to
Good.
the best talk show in Australia.
Yeah. Okay, I was Jeff again. We allow you to welcome Lisa. Lisa will be here with us too.
That's fine.
Oh, Lisa, come on, man. Oh, man, Lisa. Oh, my God.
What's going on?
COVID-19 has come to the front door now. So, we got to protect ourselves,
I thought we are corona free.
Not coronavirus.
We are corona free at home.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, man.
You're welcome,
man. We are corona free when you are at home. You don't want Donald Trump.
Oh, man.
You don't want Donald Trump to angry with us.
I just finished an 11-hour shift. I had to wear this thing all day, man.
Oh, God, Lisa.
Yeah. Anyway, before we go, I just wanted to tell my brother.
Your voice is not loud. Your voice is too quiet, Amos Jeff. Your voice is too quiet. A bit low.
Okay, maybe my volume.
Now it's all right. Yes.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say in essence is this: we safe. We safe. You see, in this part of the world where we are, we try to care too much. That is the problem of Melbourne. We care too much. That is why the coronavirus is everywhere. You understand what I'm trying to say here? You see, the time the premier was bringing everybody from Uruguay, they went to Ecuador, they went to Venezuela, even the ship that was broken down, they bring everybody inside. Then they bring people from England, Pakistan, Iran, Italy. When they bring them here, they tell them to go home and self-isolate. No monitor. They were self-isolated themselves when they were driving Uber. And that is why we are in this mess. And nobody wants to see the truth.
No.
You can't imagine that. So now, we are now in a state of higgledy-piggledy. You know?
What's happening?
See, we have to differentiate ourselves now. If I don't look carefully, I don't even know who you are. Once I hear that thing, I become an alien. You don't know me, I don't know you. They're laughing at you. Why is inside your mask? You don't even know.
No, you don't. No.
The moment you put on the mask, you are someone else.
Every time I see someone, I have to do this.
You have to have a
look away, you know.
Anyway, I just want to quickly say this. All our viewers around the world, there is a breaking news coming out of Nigeria. And the money made for the NDDC, 100 billion, has disappeared.
Oh, man.
Yeah. 100 million?
100 billion.
People or bikes? Sorry?
100 billion disappeared. So the National Assembly, the lower house, is trying to probe it. What went with 100 billion? It just disappeared. Maybe the monkey carry it. And
they're not criminal. They stole the money. They stole it for nothing.
Billion, brother. Not 1 billion. 100 billion.
Man, they stole it. Money that belongs to the poor.
So that is the breaking news out of Nigeria. It's very, very unpalatable. And to see that people are suffering in the midst of plenty. The country is so blessed and so rich that in every way of life, we are okay. The electric car has just been tested. Nigeria produced the electric car. It just tested, so we don't have electricity. We are testing electrical car.
That's stupidity.
I don't even know, man, how that one is going to work. A society who don't have electricity, we don't have it, it's not working, and we are testing electric car. So when a car broke down somewhere, we carry it in our We have to carry it in our head home.
No, you put a handle to it and you put it on like a trailer. Like the trailers that you use for the market, you know. The trailers used in the market, you know, to walk around the market and you have like goods loaded on it. You pull it like that, you know.
The funniest thing is the Canadian government invested almost 2 billion or 1 billion on it. So they want to buy the car because they're looking for cheaper labor. They don't want to go to China infected coronavirus. So they want to be buying it from Nigeria. It's a good to export it. But what about the people at home there?
Yeah,
You just produce and export. You know, it's weird. So we're hoping for the better days for Africans. You know,
when will the better day come?
When will the better day come? When Nelson Mandela and Nkrumah of Ghana come back from heaven. Obviously, they're gonna reincarnate and come back. They can't stay here forever.
No, that's right.
They will come back. Maybe they come as a soldier or come as one of them probably come as a militant to shoot dead all these bandits that dead. You know.
Oh God.
Anyway, what is the topic of today? Let's
Anyway, welcome guys. Welcome Lisa. Welcome Abbas Jeff. Guys, you know, whatever we say, like, you know, Abbas Jeff is very passionate about Africa. Lisa, I'll tell you a bit about Abbas Jeff. Can you hear me, Lisa? Can you hear us? I think he's having problems. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm back now.
Yeah, Abbas Jeff have been, you know, supporting some African gears, part the African gears, and making sure the less privileged ones in Africa get some of the what they call it, you know, sanitizer or women.
I set up an organization with the 80-point agenda.
Yeah.
And the 80-point agenda is fronted with part an African girl. So that's the first agenda. So we have 80-point agenda in the organization, but we front the organization with part an African girl. Part an African girl is an initiative set up to alleviate Africans, women, girls from poverty and suffering in order for them to live hygienically and be able to protect and provide for themselves. That is the main goal of that, to provide hygienical products to our girls, our ladies, widows, school children, and those who cannot afford it. And you might be thinking all those flashy girls you see on the street with high heels, they are still using tissues. Some of them don't even know what is liners. You know, I talked to a PhD holder in Delta State, Warri, the other day. He said to me, it's a white man culture to use sanitary pad, that they are good with their tissue. I was so disappointed. That's the PhD holder. You know, so a lot of people criticize me doing what I do. People call me 419. People call me advanced free fraud. They call me all sort of name. But I'm being blessed for the good thing I do for the black people. So as for the start, you can Google my name. Anywhere you go in the world, you just type my name and it will tell you what I do. So I don't look at what, I don't listen to what people say. And those that want to progress and those that want to achieve a certain goal set up for themselves, never listen to anything anyone's going to say. So that's the way I believe it, and the way I want to make sure people follow what you have to do. You see, the life we live is what we make out of it. No matter the situation you find yourself, always try to be happy. That is the best answer to sadness.
Yeah, you know, so what I was just saying is linked to what we are doing tonight, you know. Like we talk about, you know, religion, we talk about Christianity. You know, last week we discussed about racism. You still find out that, you know, some of those things are connected in the church too, you know. You find that, you know, sometimes we find out that in a church we segregate ourselves. You find that the blacks are there, the whites are there. You know, it's kind of everywhere. It's, you know, it's so little. And when you come to Africa and sometimes we find out that this way, that the people, those criminals, those politicians, they are your pastors. They are the church leaders. But still, they have this money. They hold the money that belongs to the poor. They will not give it away. They use it to live their own life with their family. When they watch the poor people suffer, they watch the people die. No medical facility, nothing for them, you know. and the poor are left not to fight. So is that how the religion works? You know? So Lisa, do you want to tell us more what's the basic thing about religion? Do you want to say that to us first?
Sorry?
Do you want to tell us what?
Talk to me?
Yeah, the basic about religion. What do you think about is the basic about religion? You know, either Christian or whatever it is.
Well, this is my thoughts and my views. Regardless of whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, you know, name it, whatever. They all have one thing in common. That is that they believe that there is a supreme creator. Fundamentally, that's how they started. They all started believing that there is a supernatural being, supernatural power, which is all powerful, all wise, and all knowing. And my idea is that the different names that we have for God around the world have more to do with the language and culture of each nation and each nation and each country around the world. So the very beginnings, nobody knows the original name that mankind had for called God today. So because everyone creates because everyone has their own languages, their own culture, and their own traditions, the names for God are created by these different by these different traditions and by these different nations, if you know what I mean. So we have so many religions, diversity of religion around the world, because of the languages we create ourselves and traditions that we create ourselves.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jeff, what do you think? Jeff, you yourself, what do you think about the basic thing about religion, Jeff?
Biblically, religion is supposed to be something of the heart, but a lot of people have betrayed the trust, and that's why you see a lot of people fall by the wayside. I listen to pastors preach, I listen to Muslim imam, all of them preach. I've been to the mosque before. So basically, the commonest things about religion in every home and tradition is about sincerity. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That is one of the basic things I see in religion. Whether it be Hindu, Muslim, or Christian, whichever ways, Orthodox, whatever, the Jewish, that's one principles in the Holy Bible that everyone on earth agrees on. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. But you see, technology has made things more easier for us to access these days. Coronavirus even make it more improved. You know, you can see policemen go in the street with the F-post machine, collecting money from people. The pastor is doing the same thing in the church with F-post, collecting money from people. Nobody know actually who say the truth. Those are the police and those that are supposed to protect the innocent are the one robbing them. So I put the police and the pastors in one box.
Oh God!
Because they are meant to protect the interest of the people, and the pastors are also meant to protect the interest of the people, biblically, morally, and otherwise. Both of them draw the same rope in terms when it comes to preaching and counseling. And a normal police officer is supposed to have a matter of counseling when you are facing issues. They are there to protect and counsel you out of it. So if you go to church, you are supposed to be counseled when you are facing issues. Nowadays, women want to be men themselves. So if you go to church, being a girl, either you are seducing the pastor or the pastor is one seducing you. So all the anointing oil they buy from supermarket is no longer working. So someone sent me a message. What is the pastor now doing with the anointing oil? How come they are not able to find solution to what is happening on air today? I could not answer the question because I'm not a pastor, I'm not a reverend, but the only thing I know that these guys don't preach, they don't practice what they preach. Only few. Don't get me wrong. We still know that a lot of few people are still doing the good thing, but nowadays pastors are preaching to resurrect people from the gasket, which is impossible. So biblically, morally, and otherwise, religion is about helping one another, about protecting one another. Are we actually doing it? That is the question we have to leave for the God to answer.
Yeah, these days, like during this time, we have so many negative things about religion. In fact, people are strictly they just want people to get out of religion. I don't know if you guys see news that's going around. Turkey just converted an old Christian church in Turkey. They just converted it to Muslim to mosques. This is something that you see. We are moving from this one to that one. Politician.
See, Majek Fashek, that's what I regard that guy as a prophet. He said religion is politics. So there are so many kind of people you find in the religious houses. We have a dancer, we have the preacher, we have the movie star, we have the womanizer, we have the pocket pickers. All these are all collective together in one home. So it takes a clean heart to be able to stand the test of time in that house. Let's assume in my house I have a criminal inside, I have a prostitute inside, I will have a witchcraft inside, I have a laborer inside, there's a preacher inside, there's a voodoo inside in one house. And then on top of the same house, we have someone who said he's not a Muslim, he's not a Christian, he doesn't believe in Judaism, he doesn't serve Juju, he's neutral. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't womanize, he just want to be himself. And then you find the person who's going to tell you, God feed 500 people with one bread and one fish. You can't imagine. The most cleaner person in there will be fighting demon, ungodly. In fact, he will be fighting all sort of things. And there are so many other people that is waiting for miracle. So in such a house, how do you think that house is going to stand the test of time? In one house, there's Muslim, there's Christian, there is Juju, there's Voodooism, there's prostitute, there are all sort of things. Jesus says, who among us have not committed any sin? If there's anyone, put up your hand and stone the woman to death. And then the whole crowd was silent. So for our pastors to come out these days to preach to you, you just want to listen to the word and decide within yourself if he's actually preaching what he practices. It's not left for yourself to believe in God, not just because he's preaching to you, because the moment you turn back, he's just driving to the airport and flying out with a private jet.
Do you know?
From the money donated, from the money donated by the orphans, he used it to buy a private jet. From the orphans who is seeking miracle, who is seeking for protection, who is gone to God to ask for mercy, and he have maybe $1 left in his or her own pocket. He donated it to the church just to seek for mercy from God. And that money did not get to God. Your blessing is being taken away from you by one man who want to fly a private jet. I saw it on Facebook the other day. Somebody, a Catholic missionaries or a little kid, washing his feet on top of someone's head in the name of God. And I shake my head and said, is the world actually coming to an end, or are we going to die and leave the world for other people to stay on? Because people say the world is coming to an end when the coronavirus started. And the other people say it's world without end in the Bible. So where are we actually at the moment? So maybe I leave that to Lisa.
Yeah.
To finish
Lisa, somebody asked question. Somebody sent me a message. You know how we talk about the racism. Somebody sent me a message. He told me that you understand that in Christianity. He asked me, where is Christianity when there is slave trade? Is there no Christian when there is slave trade? He asked me, where is Christianity when there is slave trade? That if you have been to America, you find that the poorest neighborhood, they have Christian pastors driving big cars. Why the whole neighborhood is being run down? They don't send out missionaries. There's one of these, sometimes you give credit to Mormon, and some of them that send out missionaries out, But these people, the money that meant for them to help the poor, they use it to live flamboyant life. Go to Nigeria, let's use as a Nigerian, you go to Nigeria today, like he was saying, Nigeria, they have no less than 4 to 5 Nigerian pastors with private jets. Where are they traveling? A Nigerian pastor cannot come here with the private jet. One is that they will not land. The airspace in Australia is very expensive, just like UK. And Australian government will not allow you to land any flight. The flight must be highly maintained because they don't want you to pollute the air, the society or something like that, The Australian government will make sure, and your parking space in Australia, I think it's around 20,000 per day. So, where are you flying? They are flying within Nigeria because they refuse to fix those things. They refuse to pray for the congregation. They lose the whole ghost of preaching. That's why we ask, what is the basic about Christianity? We seem to understand, we seem to misunderstand both Christian and Muslim. I grew up in the Islam area, and most of my life I travel around the Islam areas. When I was growing up, I used to go to, I used to follow people that call Alamajiri. I used to go to Imam, we go to Slate, we go and write because I want to learn the Arabic. So all my friends surrender, and this Imam, why I normally go with some of my friends, the Imam always give us good rice. After they read those Quran, they give you rice. They bring rice. They give us those rice those days. I follow my friends to do those things. I understand. And that Imam was a very good man, actually. But understand that even the Muslims have been ruling Nigeria for longer years. Still, there's no improvement. Go to Malaysia. Go to Indonesia. Go to Dubai, where the Muslims have their stronghold. Look at how beautiful that place is. But in a country that Muslims are ruling, they just keep oppressing people. Let's come down to Australia here. Sometimes I spend my time, I travel around the community. I travel around the rural areas. Lisa and Ambassador Jeff, I don't know if you have found out this thing, that many churches in rural areas are being closed. They are getting shut down. Nobody is going there again. Some of them are being sold to do what they call it, usher. Some of them, nobody is going there again. They are bringing it down. Travel around the rural areas. Sometimes I go around the rural area, take pictures of old churches because that's part of me. I love those things. But you find out that the same thing, Christianity is actually declining here. There's a survey here by, I think, some or something like one of their editors. He said that Christians are not winning members, that Christians are only recycling members. You come to think about it. That's what they say. I don't know church you go to. Lisa, what they mean that they mean this way. They say Christians are not winning much new members. That the religion itself is kind of declining. Because what happens is that if you're a Catholic, I will invite you in my Pentecostal church. You come there, you're already Christian. Like Lisa here is a Christian, I will invite you in my own church. You're already a Christian, not non-believer. So what we are doing is actually we are recycling people. We are not bringing in new people. Why is such a thing happening? Because we here, we are not doing the right thing. Christianity is declining. Christianity, we have lost the way. And in Christian, in Christian kingdom, you find out that even in America, even here in Australia, it may not be so. You find a lot of segregation. The racist in Christianity. Anyway, guys, while we are saying this, guys, let's welcome. Is she coming? Cynthia, she coming in. So, guys, let's welcome Cynthia. Cynthia.
I can't see you. Oh.
Can I hear? I don't know if she's right here. Can you hear us? Hello? Anyway, why she's speaking at this thing. So that's what the whole thing is like. We're in a mess here. Our focus goes to Nigeria again. You find out that a lot of rape these days, that like the pastors, they don't have respect for someone's wife. You find out that they are taking what belongs to the poor. How can a pastor own 5 cars? How can a pastor have a private jet? Where are you traveling in Nigeria? Private? Nigeria is not up to Victoria. Then what do you need private jet for? It's just, yeah. Lisa, okay, come on. When you went to Nigeria, have you been to Nigerian churches here?
I went to Nigeria in 2012 and 2013, and I went to Ghana after Christmas 2011 and
You say, this thing is disturbing.
Hello?
We are here. Your network is jamming up. Anyway, while we expecting him to fix his gadget,
yeah,
Christianity is God's name is love. Happy children we are supposed to be. So every day we have to learn how to sing the hymn to the Lord, because the Lord is good all the time. When it comes to Christianity in Africa, not just only in Nigeria, Africans has pulverized the way Christianity is being carried out. So we tend to love money more than any other thing. That is where the problem of Christianity in Africa is at the moment. It's either the money or nothing else. You see, like I said, my friend has said today, what are they doing with their anointing oil? The question I asked my uncle in America is a pastor. There's this pastor in Nigeria. He's doing political campaign on Facebook, using the podium to campaign and abuse a lot of people. I asked my uncle,